He stands on fractured ground as pieces of stone float around him, suspended midair by a rising force. The atmosphere shifts ominously, signaling an impending danger. Lightning crackles violently from above, striking the ground nearby. He watches the scene with a serious expression, sensing that something abnormal is coming. His eyes widen in alarm as he hears a sudden sound. Something fast, powerful, and unexpected is heading toward him. She looks up in panic as a massive shadow rushes toward her at incredible speed, threatening to crush her before she can react. Without hesitation, he activates his ability, shouting "Skeleton armor" as his eyes sharpen and power gathers around him. She is suddenly enveloped by green energy as a barrier activates around her, shielding her from the devastating impact that crashes down moments later. A massive impact smashes into the green barrier protecting her, the energy rippling outward in a blinding burst. Elsewhere, a violent explosion of purple energy erupts across the landscape, marking the clash of immense power. She blinks in surprise, wrapped in soft clouds of residual energy, stunned that she made it through unscathed. "I'm okay," she whispers in disbelief. A sudden swirl of energy catches her attention. Looking up, she sees him descending from the sky with red lightning wings. She exclaims in relief, recognizing that he has returned from the secret realm. He lands in front of her as she quickly asks what's going on, clearly shaken by everything that just happened. He calmly announces that he found the exit, but she warns that the area is still filled with dangerous dragonkind and demon corpses. He points ahead confidently, revealing a glowing vortex in the distance. "Right there," he says, marking their potential escape from the corpse realm. He swiftly lifts her into his arms as energy flares around them, his expression tense as he prepares for flight. She suddenly panics, warning him not to fly. Her voice trembles with urgency, but it's too late. He's already ascending. He looks at her, confused by her reaction, and asks, "Why?" unaware of the danger looming above. As they rise into the air, a colossal shadow emerges overhead. The atmosphere twists with lightning, and they both react in alarm. Without warning, something massive swings down at them from above. He turns his body mid-air to shield her from the impact. His eyes widen in shock as he realizes the scale of the threat, something far more powerful than he anticipated. Descending from the storm clouds, a towering beast materializes, its monstrous form radiating with dark energy. A system tag identifies it as rotting dragonkind level. He realizing just how hopeless the situation is. The dragon's level is unknown, but it's clearly far beyond 60, a tier he knows he can't defeat. The rotting dragonkind opens its jaws wide, flames gathering deep in its throat, preparing to unleash a devastating breath attack. She gasps in horror, recognizing the danger immediately. "Dragon breath! It's dragon breath!" she yells in fear. Knowing escape is impossible, she grits her teeth and decides she'll buy time, no matter the cost. She casts a powerful skill that creates a dome-shaped defensive zone, summoning waves of skeletal warriors to block the attack. But before they can organize, the enemy moves with terrifying speed and undead figure charges into formation, disrupting their defense. A massive wave of fire engulfs the battlefield, instantly annihilating the summoned skeleton army. Within moments, all berserk warriors, archmages, and divine archers are completely destroyed, their losses recorded in the system log. He grits his teeth, unsure how much longer he can endure. His energy is draining, and the pressure is mounting fast. One of his crimson wings begins to crack and fragment, a clear sign that his body is reaching its limits. His eyes widen in shock as he realizes something far worse is about to appear, his composure shattering in an instant. A massive new threat looms before him, an enormous, grotesque creature. The system identifies it as a rotting demon, its level completely unreadable. The rotting demon charges forward with terrifying speed and overwhelming presence, shaking the battlefield as it lunges toward him. Waves of devastating energy tear through the battlefield, raining destruction upon his summoned skeleton army as they scatter and fall. His skeletons desperately try to hold the line, clashing with the incoming force, but the sheer intensity of the attack begins to overwhelm even their reinforced ranks. Another devastating wave of energy tears through the battlefield, vaporizing summoned skeletons in a flash. Dozens of berserk warriors, archmages, and divine archers are instantly eliminated in the chaos. He activates enhanced troops, bolstering the strength of himself and his summons. Their attributes and damage spike temporarily, buying a critical window to resist the overwhelming enemy force. As they fly up toward a radiant barrier, he urgently asks if it can be opened. She confirms that she can, but it requires time they don't have much of. Another powerful attack sweeps through the battlefield, resulting in the immediate destruction of dozens of his summoned forces, including berserk warriors, archmages, and divine archers. The enemy's assault continues to thin their ranks rapidly. Focused and determined, she channels her energy into the barrier activation. She declares she needs 2 minutes, but under pressure, she pushes herself to try and do it in just 1. He frowns, realizing that even 1 minute might be too long. The enemy's pace is accelerating, they may not survive that long under this assault. A horrifying sight unfolds. Dozens of monstrous entities gather, their glowing red eyes fixed on them. The true storm is about to begin, as the battlefield is swallowed in darkness and impending destruction. A towering demonic figure emerges from the shadows, its glowing red eyes filled with malice. Its presence alone exudes overwhelming pressure as it steps into view. The demonic entity stands fully revealed, tall, muscular, and radiating violent intent. He lets out a deafening roar that shakes the battlefield. Sweat drips down her face as she screams in desperation, urging him to hurry. Time is running out, and the situation is spiraling toward catastrophe. A massive claw descends from above, casting a dark shadow over him. The force behind the blow is immense, threatening to crush everything in its path. He stares upward in dread, questioning whether the creation scepter he recently obtained will have to be used now, possibly before its full potential is realized. A vicious slash through the air, trailing dark energy. The attack is swift and deadly, aimed directly at his position. With no time to dodge, he braces himself against the incoming strike. The impact surges with chaotic energy as he prepares to counter or endure. A mysterious swordsman appears amidst the chaos. A massive sword in hand, he radiates calm power, his identity unknown, but his aura unmistakably human.